From the national news to wild brides to birth behind bars, it's time to face the truth on what's trending now. All right, let's get started. 3 Yale students have filed a class action lawsuit against the university because they were groped. The women claim Yale enabled sexual harassment. The lawsuit says many Yale students now accept and assume that female undergraduates risk sexual harassment and assaults by attending fraternity events. Fraternity brothers and other male attendees regularly deny female students admission to parties based on their appearance, verbally harass them, grind up against them, grab them, and grope them. Wow. Troop team, what do you think?
Well, each individual is going to be responsible for their own criminal behavior in that particular fraternity. And you always want to bring in the deep pockets, so you want to sue the university because they are deep-pocketed, because the fraternity's not going to have any money. And I'll let Areva finish with respect to liability.
Why wouldn't the fraternity not have money if the students
Not as much as the university. You want to go after a deep pocket always.
Yeah. What you see in a lot of these cases, what you see in a lot of these cases, Mary, they sue the local chapter of the fraternity, then they sue the national fraternity as well, and then the university is a part of that lawsuit because I agree, Mary, they want to go after the deep pockets. I think this story is so disturbing to me because we see so many stories of young women being sexually assaulted on college campuses. This is a real issue. Like 1 in 5 women on college campuses report having been sexually harassed, and we know that number is even underreported. So
because women are afraid to come forward?
Afraid. Slut shaming, the humiliation, the embarrassment, and a lot of colleges have a very onerous process, disciplinary process, an investigative process that women have to go through, and a lot of women, quite frankly, feel like they're not going to get justice, particularly if you're making a complaint against, say, a big athlete on that college campus. Those athletes can bring in a lot of money to universities. So if you're making a complaint against the star quarterback on a football team, you know, you feel like you're up against a system that's not going to listen to you. So I applaud these young women. I don't know how far this lawsuit will go, but anytime we have an opportunity to have a discussion about ending sexual harassment and sexual assault on college campuses, I think we ought to be having that conversation.
Okay, I absolutely agree with you. But who do you think should assume responsibility for these
I think
incidents?
they both need to be. So I think that both the fraternity and the members and whoever's in charge of the fraternity, they need to be responsible, but also the university, because a lot of fraternities and sororities, they do have events on campus buildings, near campus buildings. It's part of the community. They get to advertise about their events on the campus. So they both need to assume liability. But there is one piece of the story that I don't think is really true, which is that people don't have the chance to socialize outside of fraternities and sororities. I was not in a sorority, and I had many ways to socialize outside. There are clubs, there are singing groups. I was in a singing group. I know, nerd alert. It was a cappella too. It's like ultimate nerd. But you know, I mean, I had a lot of fun and had great social life without fraternities and sororities in general.
To put the story in context, these women are claiming in this lawsuit that they should be allowed admission into the fraternities because the fraternities kind of control what's happening socially, and that's what you're saying on campus, that there are a lot of other opportunities for kids or students to socialize, not just by being a member of a fraternity.
Just in that system in general, you know, because I understand once you get infiltrated in that system, then you feel like, okay, this is the only way to go. But what if you just didn't do that system at all? There are other opportunities, and I think that that's the thing we should do.
Who never joined fraternities or sororities, and I think that's all of us here. So.
Oh, none of us were in sororities?
None of us, no.
Oh,
none of us are.
Oh my goodness.
They serve a great purpose because a lot of them do really good community
there are some good
work.
ones. And there's some volunteer work fraternities, business fraternities. I mean, there's a lot of different ones where they are co-ed. So maybe they should allow
And it might give you an edge in employment too. You know, you're going to go apply at the big company, and that guy went to the network.
It's very true.
So the story will be following.
Absolutely.